Adam Rippon's Olympics. Are gay men back in style? Hey, it's Prince of Queens, and I have to confess that I haven't watched a single event in the Winter Olympics this year, not because I have anything against it, but because I don't really watch anything that isn't on my computer, and I would feel kind of weird opening up a YouTube window just to check out some curling. That being said, although I cannot say for 100% certain that this observation is at all universal, I can definitely assure you that my super gay Facebook timeline has been particularly ablaze with a few things over the past week or two. Namely, this guy and this guy. The latter of which I have no quarrel with looking at in any way. But of course, as luck would have it, despite the fact that the undeniably sexier and more masculine Gus Kenworthy had already competed in the Winter Olympics in 2014, winning the silver medal in the competition that they call slopestyle, he is basically a sideshow confined largely to gay media, it would seem. Instead, of course, the star of the 2018 Winter Games seems to be this guy, Adam Rippon, who only won a bronze medal but competes in a more star-powered sport, which would be figure skating. Basically, the pageantry of the Winter Olympics. Still, what's the big deal about Adam Rippon? Why is he the one that was offered an announcing position for the rest of the games by NBC? I mean, figure skating has been around for a long while, right? And there's been male figure skaters for a long while, right? And they've largely always been gay, right? Well, I guess this year, the guy is actually openly homosexual, and despite the fact that Gus is also openly homosexual entering into this Olympic Games and had already competed last games, he was closeted at the time, and so the media is making some sort of big deal about the fact that Adam is actually out of the closet while entering into his first Olympics, or something. But more importantly, of course, I believe this to be political. You see, a few weeks ago, I noticed a few stories popping up on my social media feed about Adam Rippon starting some sort of public beef with our not my vice president, Mike Shock Jockey Pence. Honestly, I kind of almost wish that I could elaborate on what exactly the beef was about, but it's truthfully so completely tedious and honestly exactly what you'd expect that it's not even really worth talking about much. Basically, it's blah blah Mike Pence conversion therapy, blah blah you're in the Trump administration, blah blah I'm gonna talk badly about you in interviews and go on to tweet about you because it makes people pay attention to me. Now, for the most part, that's fine by me, as I have never had any reason to be a fan of Mike Pence at all in any way, shape, or form, mainly because he's totally religious, and hyper-religious environments tend not to end up being super great for gay guys. Don't doubt that. However, what I will say is that there have been more than a few exaggerations and downright falsehoods repeated around what exactly Mike Pence actually said in regards to conversion therapy, and if you want to look up the specifics about that, I suggest that you actually Google it. Spoilers, he never actually advocated that people be put through electroshock therapy, nor any involuntary conversion methods. Regardless, while some people would say that Adam Rippon's fame is entirely political in regards to his public spat with Mike Pence or something, I personally speculate that there might be a little bit more to it, in the way that it almost seems like mainstream media is trying to start appealing to homosexual men again, instead of demonizing us as being a part of the gaytriarchy until proven intersectional. Here's the thing. In case you have been living under a rock or have never seen any of my videos and haven't thought about this much in depth, you should know that positive, dynamic, and fairly accurate representations of gay men, and in particular white gay men, have been all but erased from pop culture and media over the past 5 years, it would seem. Sure, I liked the film Moonlight a lot, and I am glad that the filmmaker is doing well. But what else do we have? The show Looking was cancelled. Sam Smith? Bleh. Perfume Genius is cool if you're a bit more artsy, but he's still not exactly somebody that most people have even really heard of. More so, aside from the occasional gay characters on television like Modern Family, there's very little gay male representation. Certainly not stuff that actually seems to be written and directed by gay men, which there used to be no shortage of. Aside from RuPaul's Drag Race, it just seems like there's almost nothing targeted mainly for gay men made by gay men. But now, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy is back. They even brought Will and Grace back. And of course, we have Adam Rippon, the flamboyant and overtly openly gay figure skater, ready to put fear in the hearts of bigots all across the globe as he dazzles his way to bronze. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly bummed out about this, and I'm certainly by no means jealous that I didn't get to be the figure skater myself, or something. Though I will confess that I did go through a very brief period, like the author of this W article describes, when I was a kid, practicing spin jumps with some of the girls in school as if we were figure skaters on the playground. Yeah, that happened, sure. Still, as somebody who followed the ways in which gay men have been treated by media over the past 5 or 6 years, relentlessly demonizing us much of the time and seemingly flat out ignoring us most of the time, it strikes a bittersweet chord with me that all of a sudden, a bit over a year after the Democrats lost an election, media ends up starting to pander to us a bit again. Call me a cynic all you want, but it's hard for me to believe that our demographic of gay men is much of anything to the left besides a group of potentially reliable votes for the Democratic Party or even more radical leftist candidates. Granted, gay men weren't all that reliable in the last election for Democrats, apparently, but still, it just kind of seems like there's a bunch of people working in media who are deeply afraid that gay men might continue to start beginning to support Republican politicians more and more, which already happened in 2016 far more than ever in my lifetime, and so it kind of seems like they are making a big deal about giving this random gay athlete a lot of attention based around his political beliefs. I mean, doesn't it kind of look like they're saying, if you're openly gay and in entertainment, we're going to give you a lot of attention just so long as you attack the Republican Party? Doesn't it kind of seem like that's what they're saying? But hey, if any media outlets are interested in elevating the voices of gay writers who both write screenplays, plays, and talk directly in essay format about socio-political issues that don't have any particular partisan bias besides our own personal honesty, then, well, you can hit me up if you think I might be politically convenient for you at the moment, as unpredictable as I am. That's all for this video. If you liked it, please consider donating to me on PayPal or Patreon, links in the description. And, do I have anything else to say? I don't really feel like I do. I kind of feel, though, like I want to let this video play out a little bit more because, here's one of the funny things about YouTube. If the video is longer than 10 minutes, you can add extra ads into the playtime of the video, and then more ads get played when people watch your video. But if the video is not 10 minutes long, you can't do that. So right now, I'm really just killing time, adding another, 45 seconds or so to make sure that the video is going to be over 10 minutes long. and I can add extra ads and collect a little bit more money, because I actually do need money, which is why I'm asking you to maybe send me money on PayPal or Patreon. That'd be cool. All right. I think it's good now. Bye.